Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another PNP podcast. Paul and Palz. I am Paul. These are my pals. Mr. Len
Yo.
Doogz.
Did you?
William. I don't know. I keep getting it mixed up. I do that all the time, but then the recording has been going that way.
Yeah.
So, what's up, guys?
I got you.
Like the Brady Bunch going on right here.
What's going on, gentlemen?
I'm chilling, brother. How you guys doing?
We good. We
Right.
good.
How has been your week so far?
It's been a week, man. Hectic but good. Glad it's Sunday. You know.
Yeah. I know there's football to get to, so we're gonna get right to it. I know everybody got things they got to do today. Everybody's on a bit of a time crunch, so I appreciate you taking the time, guys. So we're going right into. I want to do this little TV show entertainment, not movies, but just. I want to go into the top 3 shows you could just binge marathon to this day. And if you guys have yours, we'll run through the list. Also, if you have any honorable mentions, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn.
There's a lot of honorable.
There's a lot.
It was hard to kind of like place like just these 3 that I got, but there's like it really depends on the mood. You know, like kind of like you said, like like if you're in a mood for like on some killing shit, there's certain things you can watch. If you want to watch some like enlightening things or whatever, things that are gonna change your mindset. There are other things that so it really depends. But I narrowed it down to like 3.
I had to narrow it down. I have a couple extra that I want to give a shout out to, just because they were great shows. They were this close to going on the list, but it's just always one little thing that just separated it from the shows I can just watch over and over again.
Yeah.
So with that said, gentlemen, do your top 3 if you want to describe it. If you want to tell me, tell everybody why this shit was a good show. Have at it. So I'm flipping a coin in my head. Mr. William.
Yo.
Set it off.
All right, my top 3. Number 1 comes The Wire, of course. Everyone is well acquainted with that.
Not me, but reason behind it. But go ahead.
Really? You never seen The Wire?
Yeah, no. Okay, we'll finish and I'll explain later.
Just a great series. I mean, just the different angles. I mean, the street level, the docks. I mean, it shows you so many different levels. The school level. I mean, the way it was put together is like tremendous. And there's like no other show like it.
Here comes Omar. That's classic. It's on my list, and I'll just elaborate on what you said, piggyback on what you said. But yeah, please continue. That's a great show. Fuck, Len, you've never seen The Wire, man.
I know.
What?
I know.
You've never seen The Wire?
No, I know.
Oh my God. Let me unfriend this guy right now.
Yes, seriously. We like to thank Len for coming out today.
Thanks,
Appreciate it. He has things to
we gotta
do.
go, like Tony Schiavone.
We gotta go. Yo, seriously, I just started watching Breaking Bad.
I'm dibble dabbling in Breaking Bad.
It's good. I mean, but it's been out for like years now, and I just kind of started watching it. So like, I feel like when like shows, and I'm sorry to cut your time, Will, but I feel like sometimes when a show is so popular, when all I hear every time I turn around is that show, it kind of makes me not want to watch it.
I know what you mean.
So I feel like when all these shows, like with Breaking Bad, or when The Walking Dead, or when The Wire was on, it was just like drilling into my head. So I kind of was like against everyone the norm.
My problem is, and this is, well, we're not cutting you off. Like, this is just a discussion going back into it. My thing is, I have this habit of watching 1 or 2 episodes of a great series, and then I'll just stop. And then I'll go back to it and then go hard. Like, then I'll go and I'll binge the hell out of it. But I always do that. Breaking Bad, all these other ones, I'll sit back, I'll watch an episode 2 and be like, damn, that's pretty good. And I just won't even go back to it for like another 4 or 5 months. And then like, okay, I want to see the rest of this thing now. And then I'm goofy like that.
Because I did the same thing. What is that? It has to be like our interest level, right? It has to be it.
The thing is, though, I get interested.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we have a level of interest in there, but there has to be something else that piques it to kind of keep on going back. But we eventually do. But why don't we do it like in a run? You know.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, that's
also life plays a role too. Like depending on what you got going on, if your schedule doesn't permit it, like how can you?
yeah, not true that. All right, Mr. William, please continue. Wire.
Uh,
Oh God, it's just a good way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
start
Well,
off.
I
It's a good
haven't
way to
seen it.
start
I
off.
know how good it. I've heard how good it is. Like I can't wait to start to watch.
Len, put your hands down.
All right, I'll front you. Number 2 for me, Homeland. I love that show. Absolutely love that show, Homeland.
I
It's been up for like 19 years or some shit like that, right?
It's been going for a while, yeah.
wait, that's still going?
Yeah,
No, the last season was just wrapped up a few months ago sometime. There won't be another season.
Wow, they had a run.
She finally made it home.
Seasons. Huh?
She finally made it home.
I know, right?
I have seen bits, pieces. I won't lie and say I know what's going on exactly in that show. It looks interesting. I know it got crazy reviews. I've never seen that one. That's one of those ones I hear you have to see because it's Homeland and all that. But I'll take your word for it. That's fine. I know Claire Danes is in it. That's pretty much all I know.
Yeah, she's the star, the lead of it. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, international stuff, terrorists, all that stuff. It's kind of like, it's not as high paced as 24, but it has those elements in it. It's not like just constantly action and constant moles, but there's like a few moles, action. It just has, it's just great. It's like 24, but slowed down a little bit.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be talking about 24 in a little bit, so it's not a bad thing. But yeah, go ahead.
My third one is an international one. It's called Line of Duty out of the UK. 6 seasons. I'm like dying for the next season. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, they halted filming it, but me and like a few other people are just waiting on it. Yo, that show is.
You just sent me that recently. Was that something you were telling me about recently?
Yeah, I told you I recommended it to you because it was like every season got better. Like you watch the first season, it's with Lenny James. The first season, he does a great job. And then after that, it's just every season just got better and better. Oh man.
Line of Duty, right?
Line of Duty, yeah. I highly recommend. Everybody I've recommended it, which is like probably 4 or 5 people at work. They all love it, and we all have like this inside joke about it and stuff like that. It's pretty good.
What platform is it on?
I watched it on Amazon Prime, but I believe it's also available on Hulu.
And what was it called again?
Line of Duty.
Line of Duty. You always, Will, I love you, man. Because it could just be, what's the 3 greatest American foods? And you'd be like, all right, I got one, but it's from
Thailand.
Nice.
All right, yo, those are awesome. I've never seen Homeland. I've heard great things. My cousin was a Homeland fanatic.
Hell yeah.
So he co-signs what you're saying with the Homeland. The other one that I've never ever heard of in my life, I have to like kind of try to find it. I don't have Amazon Prime, so I gotta try to listen to it or watch it. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's good. Real good.
Mr. Len.
Here it is. All right, so the first show is 6 Feet Under. It's just one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. The way that they deal with serious situations and how, like, you know, like most shows, like everything is gonna be happy at the end. They leave some shit where like it hurts, you know, like, and that's how life is, and it's just like super realistic. And then at the time, there were a lot of parallels as far as like in my life with some of the characters, like the daughter. She was in school to become like an artist, so she was like heavy into art and like in all that scene and like how that goes and shit like that. It was like really like made a difference at the time.
First time seeing Dexter.
Oh, there you go. Yep, there you
The
go.
actor, yeah. I forgot his name, Michael Hall or something like that.
Man, I forgot his name, but I think it might be something like that.
Michael C. Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And then also, even for that aspect of it too, like him and the other dude, like that was like probably maybe like one of the first like major shows that had like a gay guy couple thing, whatever going on. And so again, great show. This great show. And I think I know where you're going as far as like endings. So if I want to add that to like one of the best endings of a show ever, that I don't know what beats that. I don't know what beats that.
Those we're gonna talk about that too, because that's you've put me onto the show. Whenever I was chilling with you and it was on, were the only times I've watched that show. I just never got into it, but every time I watched it, I was intrigued. Like I never shitted on the show. It was just one of those things I just didn't care to make time. But whenever I was chilling out your crib and it was on, hold on, man. 6 Feet Under's on.
Yeah. It
was a good show. And quite frankly, the greatest ending of a show ever. Like I already knew what we were talking about when you said, I think I know. That ending is incredible. We'll go into that too, but holy shit!
Even to this day, it still hits me how they did that. There's only one other ending to me that was very similar, and that was even though it was in a TV show, it was in a movie. It was the Batman: The Dark Knight. How everything almost came like exactly full circle.
Even with that, not on a 6 Feet Under level.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, but as far as like everything kind of like neatly tied up, but not like cheesy in a cheesy way.
Yeah. No. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying like the greatest ending, and that's movie ending.
Yeah.
And it does not close the way 6 Feet Under closes. 6 Feet Under closure. It closes it, locks it, puts it away, closes that, locks that, like it's over.
That felt great, man. To know that, like you don't ever have to wonder, like, wow, I wonder how their life would have played out, or how this person's life would have, because they showed it to you. You know?
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about it now since we're talking about it. Every major character that was still alive at the end of the last episode got their death scene. So you saw how they lived, and you saw exactly the moment that they died, and their end of the story came. Whether it was 20 years when it ended, 30 years, like 40, 50 years down the line, it just showed every single ending of their timeline. Because 6 Feet Under is about, for people that's just like this morbid shit, 6 Feet Under is a show that was about a funeral home and the people, family that ran it, right?
Yep.
So I believe in the beginning of every show, somebody would die.
Yep, starts out with a death, and then how they intertwine it to that person. That person that died would come to the funeral home, and then they'll tie in stories and connections sometimes with that person who died, but then also just again how the normal characters are, how they're intertwining or whatever, you know.
And then it always would do that. Like somebody would have a heart attack or something, and then the screen would just fade, show their name and their born and death day. So for them to do that, like that was thinking out the box so well.
Yeah, seriously, man.
That when they did that to close it off, because I didn't have a vested interest in the characters, but
at all,
I was interested because it was more your show than mine.
Oh, you said at the time when you first saw it a couple of times.
Yeah, when I saw it, like I didn't have, like that was your show. Like I didn't have that emotion with it, but I acknowledged it was a good show. When the ending came, I was like, without even seeing the majority of anything, was like, wow, it's one of the greatest endings of a show ever.
It was hard, man.
Nah, it was. I give you that. Please continue, sir.
So now again, I can go a lot of spots, man, but
we have honorable mentions. Don't forget.
Okay, no doubt. So I'm gonna go with 24, man. Beats start coming in, you know it's about to go down, man. You know what's going down, man. Even
So
though there's some shit that I hated about it, but again, like no show is exactly perfect, but man, they would like lock you in, even though the formula to the show, like there's gonna
Right.
be some good guy, and that's what I loved about it the most. The first maybe 2 episodes, you thought you were getting to the main bad guy, only to find out that guy was so low level on the totem pole as far as like bad guyness, if that's even a word. So it felt like you just had like, oh wow, we just finished. The 2 episodes could feel like a season. Like, oh man, we got to this. Oh, he's not even the bad dude. Oh shit. Now we got to keep on going again. So like, again, the formula, and it always worked. It always worked.
so I had 24 on my
Mhm.
top 3. And just shows that I've just realized I loved more than 24. Just jumped 24. But, oh man, 24
Even
was a great show. First of all, it was a
Mhm.
great show. What took it off of my list, was what you said. The formula. For however many seasons it was all right, global issue to begin with. Like, we're just going to give you something real quick to show you that, holy shit, the world could end by the end of this episode. Then we're going to move into, all right, Bauer's chilling. And honestly, that's one of the greatest characters ever created in TV.
Yeah.
Jack Bauer is the reason that was going to be on my top 3. The show dropped it down a notch. Jack Bauer is on Chuck Norris level of badassery.
Yeah. Yo, just talking about it right now, I want to go back and start watching again, man.
Worst thing you ever wanted Jack Bauer to say was, "You're lying."
Yeah.
Because you're just fucked.
Or
They even had the music to support it, like, oh shit. Like, oh boy, we got problems.
Yeah, you remember that one episode where I think he was like interviewing someone, or like not like torturing them, but like having a what do you call it?
Interrogation or something?
There you go, interrogation. Mm-hmm. And he asked somebody a question, and I think it was an episode that we watched together, and you heard some kind of like
the sound effects. It was music.
It was like a scream, like a ghost scream or some shit.
It was music, but me and Len started laughing because we were like, that's all the dead Bauer souls screaming out.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, that moment, man. I wish I forgot the exact moment, but I know it was something to do with that. And
ton of great moments.
Oh,
that show has a ton of great moments.
Ton.
When, dude, this came out before, what was that Liam Neeson movie? That I know where you are. I will find you. Taken. They stole a part that was a big part of that movie. And they stole it from the show 24. And it was a holy shit moment in 24 was when Bauer grabbed his boy up because his boy tried to kill him and shot his wife in the leg.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you're going to tell me that? He's like, I can't. Pat. You see the wife start that was unheard of until 24. Bauer, incredible character. Like, that was the character that held that show together. They try to do 24 the next character.
It was all right. It wasn't like, it was nowhere near compared to Jack Bauer, but it was.
That's the problem. That character is so iconic.
Yeah.
To just feel, that's like, all right, the next shooting guard after Jordan.
Yeah, okay.
Here's the ball. Go ahead, do what you got to do. And you're just like, I'm not, so.
The bar is too high, yeah.
Bar was just too high. So, dude, that's an awesome pick. Like, the only reason it faded off of my list was because, okay, we know somebody's going to be the mole. We know this is going to happen. We know this is going to happen. And now look, it happened. And so,
But look, and you still watch it.
Absolutely. I will still throw them on. More seasons now that, it's all come and gone. There's some seasons I really don't like, but a lot of seasons I still mess with. No, man, that's an incredible show. I it's 24, man.
No
It's a
doubt.
good show.
No doubt.
I
That's
will
my
say this
honorable
though,
mention.
to Len, second greatest TV death ever.
Oh,
No, Sherry Palmer.
Oh, okay. I know you were going, but I thought I was waiting for you to say. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I've never.
hated. I never hated anybody more until I'm gonna go to my first ever oh, thank God they killed this person ever. It
Yo,
was Sherry Palmer, and then
I
somebody took that crown. When she got killed, it was
yeah.
just
That was
rejoice.
that was joy. I needed a cigarette after that. It's like seriously.
I
That was.
never wished death so bad on somebody.
I remember her. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh God, she was such an ass.
Damn that I hate her.
She was a dick.
I was kind
So
of wishing they killed
manipulative.
Chloe too on the low.
Huh?
I kind of wish they killed Chloe on the low too.
I was a Chloe fan. I don't know why you keep shitting on Chloe.
I was a Chloe fan too.
I
Yeah.
was a Chloe fan.
Man, her stupid faces and like,
I hated her face, but I was still a fan.
man, stupid. Yeah. It was her facial expression. I'm like, yo, why are you making that fucking face every
I
time?
hated her face. I mean, honestly, that was just her face, though. Like, you can't. She really wasn't making faces. She just had that look. Yeah.
Jack.
That was just her face. I'm a
So
Chloe
I feel
fan.
sorry for her
I
then,
like
because
I've seen her on other shows, and it's the same face, the same expressions.
I mean, she's an
That could be
actor.
another
She has to
topic
wear
right
her
there, too.
face.
I think that could be another topic right there too. Like actors who basically, no matter what show they're on, they're kind of playing the same person.
Yeah,
I gotta, man. I can go through and find a good like maybe top 5 or of just people that are just like the same character.
Yeah, I could probably pull a couple out. That's definitely something to think about, because there are definitely some people that make a living literally playing the same exact character every single movie show.
Who's the guy that played the Fly?
Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, he's one of them. The same tone, the same like he
Just
doesn't.
different wardrobe.
Yeah,
Even in Thor Ragnarok, he was just
funny.
Jeff Goldblum.
Sparkles. He's actually funny. But yeah, same deal. You know. Oh my bad, guy.
No, I was gonna say Goldblum. I don't want to dig deep into it, but like the first person that I thought of when you said that was
I know
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay. And I was gonna say even maybe Samuel Jackson. No.
Samuel Jackson. He's kind of like the same.
Every now and then.
No, I've seen movies.
Yeah, not consecutively, but every now and then it's the same.
Yeah, I've seen movies that Sam Jackson has been, different. Like actually had to put different characters into it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But just not consecutively. Yeah. All right. Again, tough list to choose from, but I'm gonna go with Curb Your Enthusiasm. Fucking.
That was your shit.
That was his joint.
That was your shit.
Yeah, man. I fucking love that show. Just mad funny.
I didn't get into it till after.
But just like so ironic and all the situations that he would come up in, and it's like perfect. And it's like just funny. Just overall. And Larry David, obviously, he created Seinfeld, which is like honorable mention on my list. As far as like great shows, but just funny, man. I loved that situational type of comedy. Love it.
Yeah, Larry David. I didn't know him like that. I didn't know he did the Seinfeld thing until he was doing Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's kind of on the same boat.
Yeah.
With 6 Feet Under with you, is that I really never got into it like that. But whenever it was around and you were around, like I enjoyed watching it. So, yeah.
No doubt.
Nah, that's a good one.
So I'm just gonna say a quick of my honorable mentions, and then Paul, you're gonna go, right?
Yeah.
So Law and Order, the original Law and Order. I can watch that shit.
Yeah, the original.
Repeat. I'm still doing it to this day. It's like 18 years later. I'm still like I've never seen any of these episodes, and I know everything that's gonna happen. I know it line by line. Just a really good show. Oz was always good. Orphan Black, the Sherlock joint with Benedict Cumberbatch,
Cumberbatch, yeah.
Penny Dreadful. Good shows, man. Good shows.
Yeah.